In a significant show of support, traditional rulers, religious leaders, politicians and development partners gathered in Abuja today for the National Conference on Girls' Education and Empowerment. This conference aims to promote girls' education and empowerment, addressing the challenges that hinder their access to quality education. My name is Comfort Olayinka. Stay tuned for more reports. The Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa, has highlighted the critical role traditional and religious leaders play in influencing societal attitudes towards education, emphasizing that their unique position in communities gives them the power to inspire change. He disclosed this during his address at the National Conference of Traditional and Religious Leaders on Girls' Education held in Abuja on Tuesday. The event, aimed at fostering collaboration to address the challenges facing girls' education and reduce the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria, saw the gathering of key dignitaries from across the nation. He called on these leaders to champion the cause of girls' education, not only by advocating for equal access to education, but also by dismantling entrenched cultural and social barriers that limit girls' opportunities.
Girls of Federal Government College Buhari, when you came up with your placard telling us what you want us as leaders to do for you, I was almost shedding tears. You don't really need to tell us this. This is our responsibility to you. We owe you, and we have to give you that responsibility. We have to give it to you. It's not a privilege, it's your right. But I can assure you, with the president that we have today, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his persistent belief, his benevolence to enhancing the human capital development of our country is second to none. And that's why you've seen this president in the last 2 years, since he's been president, consecutively, he has budgeted the highest amount of money for education and health. In 2024, we got the highest budget for education and for health, and we follow to the same in 2025 budget, and as well for education. If you see education today, we have the third largest budget after defense and infrastructure. So the president has your back. We will do everything humanly possible to deliver what we owe you as leaders to you. And please continue to push and advocate for your entitlements. Parents, women, youth, and all segments of society must see education of the girl child as a shared responsibility and a moral imperative. As you're all aware, traditional and faith leaders serve as gatekeepers to all our communities, and as a result, this necessitates consultation and engagement with this distinguished group of Nigerians in order to get their views and secure their buy-in. They are crucial in educating members of their communities and congregations positively, especially the youth, to champion the cause of attitudinal changes among the people to achieve the desired development and transformation of the governmental programs and initiatives to promote girl child education.
The Minister of State for Education, Suwaiba Said Ahmed, in her welcome address, also emphasized the importance of collaboration in overcoming the barriers to girls' education.
This conference brings together a diverse network of voices united by a shared vision. In Nigeria, where every girl child has the opportunity to learn, thrive, and contribute to the development of our nation. Education is a fundamental human right, a cornerstone of sustainable development, and a powerful tool for social change. Yet, we are faced with a troubling reality as millions of children remain out of school, deprived of their right to education. As leaders within our communities, we have the sacred duty to address the barriers that hinders these children from accessing quality education.
At the level of transition to senior secondary school, again, the dropout rate increases to 46%, where girls have completely taken over at 55%, and boys at 45%. This data masks regional and state disparities. In some states, so there's a map there, but I don't think we can see it clearly. States like Bauchi, Jigawa, the completion rate of senior secondary school by girls is below 30%, which implies of the 100% that actually enroll at the primary level, only 30% gets to complete senior secondary school.
This activity, which is an attempt to grant learning, employment to girls, particularly those that are still underage. For us as governors, this activity is germane, is apt, is necessary, and indeed inevitable for the following reasons. Numerically, there are more females than males in the country. There are more girls than boys, and therefore we feel they need this learning and acquisition of skills.
Just like I said earlier on, that right now we're writing the report to the UN Child Rights Committee. But when I looked at the draft report, there was nothing to capture what other ministries were doing for the children. So it's very important that we work together so that we're reporting correctly. And we're also able to capture progress made.
I'm deeply honored to address this National Conference on Girls, Child Education and Empowerment in Nigeria as the chairman of the Senate Committee on Education, Basic and Assembly. I'm certified in my commitment to ensuring that every Nigerian child, regardless of gender, color, ability, or disability, has access to quality education they deserve.
We want to thank all of you for taking time to be here, especially our religious leaders. I've seen so many religious leaders here, and we are very happy to have you here. That shows commitment, because the two religions, let me speak for my own religion. Well, I can speak also because I'm co-chair of NARED. Our two religions in so much importance on education, especially in Islam. And we have said it so many times, so that many times we have known. So we being here, our Minister of Education, is a guarantee that we are 100% ready to implement whatever we have come up with support of our National Assembly, with support of the Executive, and I believe we will be a better society. Without education, you are nothing. Without education, no girl is anything. And that's what you believe in. So to tell you was one with education. Nana Asma was daughter of Osman Namboli. I want to repeat it here. I've said it so many times. Was an advisor to her brother Sultan Muhammad Bello on policy issues. So nobody stopped any girl from working in enhancing public opinion, enhancing public development, and enhancing welfare and stability of any nation.
Today, disruption is possible with technology, such that we can provide content to people who may be not institutionalized in school, or we can provide a skill set to a woman or to a child who needs it, or even somebody non-child, a woman who needs it as quickly as possible. And without preempting what I'm sure my brilliant brother, the Minister of Education, will say, that is why, in appreciation of what our traditional religious development partners is doing, and also appreciation of the challenge, as again introduced rightly by His Eminence, that is why President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaigned and got elected on a renewed hope agenda. And what that means, one of the 8 priority areas is to get education right. Include all. And in so doing, the mantra is to confront our reality. Our reality is that, like many countries, we are not, our spending as a percentage of GDP is one of the lowest. We are under 12% of GDP. Most of countries that have solved education problems that are over 27% of GDP. And this is as a result of the fact that we are generating too little revenue. And our revenue as a proportion of GDP is under 11%. And an OECD study on financing education shows that OECD countries are spending about 5% of their GDP on education.
Those are significant challenges, we know. Yet, what has been impressive to us at the World Bank is that the conviction of our partners, the federal government of Nigeria, the 18 executive governors participating in the Agile program, and the traditional and community leaders here today is even greater than those challenges.
A round of applause for them. Invest in her, empowering her, support their education, nurturing the girl child to see her bloom. Education.
Comfort Olayinka, Ecohot Blog TV.